let us make sure that we prioritize the people behind this dear industry and make sure that they are the ones who benefit the most from this reopening.
Let us continue to fuel the passion that drives sustainable tourism. We are stronger than ever. We are ready.
Let us celebrate the new Ilocano.
We will preserve what worked well and change what did not, and ensure a brighter future.
We'll make the best of what we have. We are the most resilient industry. Kami ang unang babangon.
Bimangonin ni Ilocos Norte, the best little province in the country.
It is not only a source of livelihood, but also a key component, a beacon of hope.
Paway, kumakaway. Goodbye, kurapay.
Let us all agree that the future we envision is the one we create today.
There has to be a paradigm shift and a cultural change, one that we must all embrace.
To achieve positive change and improvement, not just for our own lives, but for the millions who depend on tourism.
Ilocos Norte is the best place to live in. Padating nyo.
It's not the economy and it's not the visitors, but more so the people and the livelihoods and the families that rely on this powerhouse of an industry.
Ilocos Norte is great again. Pasingketan, ikinatan-ok ni Ilocano.
I am sure that this is a path that we can forge together safely and prosperously.
The volleyball action continues right here at the PCV Social, Civic, and Cultural Center here in Bacara, Ilocos Norte, as we bring you One Sports' live and exclusive coverage of the first and only Pro Volleyball League here in the country. This is the Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. Now, to close out our Sunday triple header, our last game for today, we got the PERLAS Spikers going up against the PLDT home Fibr Power Hitters, who are still seeking for win number 1 here in our league. And you can catch, of course, all the action right here on One Sports and One Sports Plus. Good evening, everybody. My name is Billy Capistrano, and joining me today, we got none other than Noreen Go. Hello again, Noreen.
Hey, I
Hello,
missed you.
yeah.
I missed
It's
you.
been a week.
A week?
It's been a week, and I'm so excited to be calling and commentating this game with you tonight. It's going to be a pretty crucial game for both our teams. But before anything else, why don't we take a look at our current tournament standings just so our fans know where their favorite teams are at this point in our competition.
Right, you can see at the top, Chocomucho undefeated, the only undefeated team here so far, 5-0. Creamline, 5 wins, 1 loss. Charity Go, 5-2. Petrogas, 4-2. Santa Lucia, 4-3. Black Mamba Army, 2-3. Bali Pure, 2-4. And today's game, PERLAS with 1-3, PLDT 0-6, but Signal is just there 1-5.
All right, so I said that it is crucial for both our teams because if you're PLDT, of course you want to exit this tournament on a high note and you at least want to win in this tournament. And if you're the PERLAS Spikers, it's very important that you win all your next games to be able to have a shot at making it in the semi-final. So there you go, our current tournament standings. Now let's focus our attention to the game we got today, Noreen. Let's start things off by talking about what happened in PERLAS's loss against the Petrogas Angels last July 30. There were definitely flashes of brilliance from the PERLAS Spikers, but they lacked that energy in that game. There were chances for them to capitalize on Petrogas's Angels' errors, but unfortunately, they weren't able to do that.
Yeah, actually, the non-scoring skills, when you talk about the reception, the sets, and the digs, PERLAS actually outplayed Petrogas. The thing is, why did they lose in 3 sets? It's because Petrogas outplayed them in all of the scoring skills. So you're talking about attacks. They gave up 13 blocks and 10 aces in that game. So PERLAS, what do they have to work on? The coverage and the first ball, because that's going to be crucial if they want to beat PLDT today.
And of course, we know that PLDT is a young team, but the PERLAS Spikers, they have been struggling in their past games since that win against the Signal HE Spikers. However, one bright spot for them during that game was Roma Doromal, who came off the bench and made the most out of the opportunity given to her.
You said it. Well, in that game against Petrogas, she actually scored 6 points on 3 attacks. There you can see it, and 3 aces. But that was a match wherein nobody scored in double figures, so 6 points is already huge for Roma Doromal. So if you're PERLAS, you need really contributions from everyone. Someone's got to score in double digits. When you talk about Sue Roses, Nicole Tiamzon, Doromal, if she gets to play again, I'm sure she's going to score. So it's going to be a total team effort.
Exactly, and we all know that in that past game, Petrogas, they did have impeccable defense, and PERLAS just wasn't able to find their way around it.
Yeah, obviously they're still struggling to find the chemistry, so to speak, no? But we know PERLAS, they're a team that has been, contending in other tournaments or previous tournaments. So we're hoping to see a better PERLAS team today.
All right, speaking of Roma Doromal, she was a spark plug off the bench, and we got the chance to talk to her a while back, so let's listen in on that interview.
Palagi, everyday, before the game, naka-mindset sa akin na parang be ready always and expect ko na papasok talaga ako, gagamitin ako. And naisip ko din sa situation ng games namin back-to-back po, diba? So, alam ko na i-maximize kami ni coach lahat. Para sa amin yung chance na makalaro ulit, sobrang blessing na po yun sa amin. So, yun, sobrang saya sa feeling. And yun nga, sa sobrang tagal namin, ang daming nangyari. Yun, sa first 2 games, nag-adjust pa kami. And yun, sa 3rd game, sobrang saya namin kasi nakakuha na kami ng isang panalo.
Billy, I like the positivity of Roma Doromal. I mean, you can sense it, the way she's talking. She's just happy to be here. And, all the things that have happened to them, she said already, the things that happened yung manadaanan nila. Obviously, she's looking forward. They're just happy to be there. And that's why today I feel they're going to play big.
And I think it's, the same for all our teams here in the PVL.
That's true.
And speaking of, let's go to the other side of the fence. And why don't we talk about the PLDT home Fibr power hitters, who also suffered another loss at the hands of the veteran Black Mamba Army team. Noreen, this young team, again, as we've mentioned a while ago, they have yet to clinch their first win in the tournament.
Yeah, well, but Billy, they actually played well. They started out strong. They won the first set 25-20, but Army just found their groove. We have to give it to Army. They found their groove and they won set 2, 3, and 4 convincingly, 17, 20, and 20. You can see there's the score, no? But we have to give it to PLDT. They're a young team. They have Rhea de Maculangan, yes, but they're a fairly young team, still finding their form. But every game, as you see every game that they've played, they've gotten better, they've improved. You have seen people step up, with Molde and Singh and the other players. So all you have to do right now, you're out of contention here in this tournament. You're looking forward to the future tournament. So every game right now is a learning experience for them.
And you did mention her, actually. Someone who showed up and really stepped up for PLDT during their previous game was this girl over here, Jarrell Singh, who was also their top performer and had her best game in this conference.
Yeah, she's the revelation during her collegiate stint. The first time we saw her play, we were just talking about it. She just, out of nowhere, Jarrell Singh, who are you? But then she played so well. Now it's landed in the first 6. But she struggled through the years with consistency. So it's a bright note for PLDT right now that the old Jarrell Singh, the explosive Singh, is back with 17 points in that game, 13 attacks, 2 blocks, 2 aces, 9 receptions. Overall game for Jarrell Singh, and you're hoping for more of that in today's game.
It's nice to see players like Jarrell have their moment, their time to shine here in the PVL, the home of the pros. And we also got the chance to talk to her before this game. Now, why don't we listen in on what she had to say?
Para sa akin po sobrang importante po nung magandang performance ko po last game. Kasi kumbaga, yun po yung magbubus ng moral ko ngayon para maging maganda rin po yung game ko ngayon. Yung nasa isip po namin ngayon, ibibigay na po namin yung lahat ng makakaya namin kasi yun na nga po, wala na po kaming chance. So wala na rin pong mawawala sa amin, kaya dapat po ibigay na po namin yung best namin.
It is now time to meet our national referees for this match. First referee, Rene Gaspilio. Our second referee is Mark Santos. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters. Outside spiker from the University of the Philippines, number 1, Isa Molde. Middle blocker from the University of the East, number 2, Yeye Gabarda. Opposite hitter from the Far Eastern University, number 10, Chinchin Basas. Center from the University of Santo Tomas, number 12, team captain, Rhea Di Maculangan. Outside spiker from the National University, number 14, Jarrell Singh. Middle blocker from San Sebastian College, Recoletos, number 17, Joyce Santa Rita. And the starting libero also from San Sebastian, number 16, Eliza Eroa. Head coach for PLDT is Roger Gorayan. And now the starters for the PERLAS Spikers. Middle blocker from De La Salle Dasmariñas, number 1, Cherry Nunag. Opposite hitter from the University of the East, number 3, Sue Roses. Center from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 12, team captain, Jim Ferrer. Outside spiker also from Ateneo, number 13, Joe Maraginot. Middle blocker from the Far Eastern University, number 18, Jeanette Villarreal. Outside spiker from the University of the Philippines, number 19, Nicole Johnson.
We're back and you're still watching the premiere of Volleyball League Open Conference only here on One Sports. This is a game between the PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters and the PERLAS Spikers. You can see on your screens the starters for PLDT. As we move on to the starters this time for the PERLAS Spikers.
Yeah, familiar faces. We've seen them. For PLDT, they found a 6 they're comfortable with injecting Jarrell Singh and Chinchin Basa. So we'll see. They're comfortable with that. We'll see how they're going to play today.
Now for this game, however, a few changes for PERLAS. Jem Ferrer is starting again instead of Jel Cayuna, who started their previous game against Petrogas. You're with me, Billy Capistrano, and of course, Noreen Go. It's a Sunday night.
Yep.
We're gonna enjoy this game. And for those who aren't aware, PLDT, they're just, playing for that pride, for the fans. And
for themselves.
Yes, for themselves, most especially.
Most
they just want to have
especially.
fun. And, even Doromal said it a while ago, they're just happy to be here. And that goes for all the teams involved here in our open conference. After 2 years of no volleyball, all they want to do is really just play.
And it's actually riskier to play against a team that's playing without
Yes.
pressure because they want to just play the spoilers role.
So we're gonna see, what PLDT is gonna do to the PERLAS Spikers today. But Sue Roses will get PERLAS's first point here in our game.
Yeah, she has been the very consistent veteran for PERLAS. In all the games, she's the one actually leading the squad. But I feel, Billy, PERLAS is lacking this vocal leader. I used to see it with Z Hervasio.
Yes.
But right now, someone's got to step up and be the leader of this team.
And we did notice, Coach Ray still finding a system that works for his team. He's been shuffling the starters around in every single game. So that also says a lot, about the condition of the team right now. As we get back to this.
Yeah, but, you have to realize also, because of the long layoff, they're looking, each team for that matter, is looking for a six that, will blend
Yes.
together. And you play against a different opponent who's also as potent as you are. So it's always a chess match.
So hopefully this six right here will prove to be the one for Coach Ray as we get back to this over here.
Yeah.
That is off the block.
And that is the player who we talked about, Jarrell
Singh.
Singh. Starting out strong for PLDT.
Score now is 2-1. Great dig. They will give it to Sue Roses again, and that is inside. She will score a point for PERLAS.
Yeah, just smart hit there. Sue Roses finding that whole court sense. It's very important since she has it.
Jeanette Villarreal, starting middle blocker for the PERLAS Spikers. We're missing the presence of Kathy Bersola.
Oh yeah, definitely. Kathy Bersola has been the best blocker, I think, UAAP and other leagues. So they're missing defense, and of course we know also her serves are very tough to get. So yeah, I have a feeling PERLAS is actually missing Kathy Bersola.
Could be the missing link for the PERLAS Spikers as Chin Basas will serve. And that is too strong. Point will go to the PERLAS Spikers.
Well, they look like they're pretty evenly matched when you look on paper. So you don't want to see these unforced errors. Service errors, you really have to minimize that.
PLDT now leading by just 1 point early on here in this game.
Oh!
Talking about the blockers of the PERLAS Spikers, here comes Cherry Nunag.
Single block cover, good read there. If you're PERLAS, you want to take advantage of Cherry Nunag every time she's in front. Oh,
And service ace.
boy, Sue Roses. I'm sure during the lockdown period, she was working hard on her own. She's so, aside from fit, she's very mentally stable.
She always knows what she's going to do.
Yeah.
She never gets rattled also. And I think that's the kind of leader now that PERLAS needs in their team.
Agree.
And that is off the block into the sidelines for again Jarrell Singh, who continues to impress here in our game.
Finding that form that that impressed all of us when she debuted in the National University years back.
I remember speaking to her when she was still in college at sabi niya sa akin na, yung height niya, alam niya hindi siya masyadong matangkad, pero it's her arm power that really, impresses people. We can totally see that from her now. But the PERLAS Spikers also good, off to a good start here in set number 1.
Yeah, you can feel their aura. It's better, because they know also how important this game is to them. They have to win this match and the remaining matches if they want to get into that Final Four.
And I covered their previous game as well with Mosey, and she did say they looked, a little bit sluggish, parang pagod, and they had a game prior to that game as well. You think that plays a big factor? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think so. I was saying earlier, I don't think so because as athletes, we're athletes as well. Now, when you're playing, you just enjoy. You're excited to play, even if you have to play 2 games in a day or play every day for a month. You're gonna just play because that's what you love doing. So I don't think so. I think it's really PERLAS finding the chemistry, that will get them playing better.
Hopefully they do find it here in this game. So there you have it. Miss Noreen herself said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure all athletes feel the same.
And of course, you know, they didn't have volleyball for such a long time.
Yeah,
Now all
exactly.
you want to do is really just play.
Exactly.
And that did not go. That was a violation rather called here for the PERLAS Spikers. PLDT now down by 1 point.
You know, one person also we're expecting to play big today is Nicole Tiamzon. I think she scored 2 or 3 points in that previous match that lost to Petrogas. So, you know, Nicole Tiamzon, she has to have her numbers as well.
We also know Chami as a very vocal leader for her team. And you are right, she did score just 2 points last game as we go to our first technical timeout of set number 1. PERLAS leads 8-6.
Earlier on, I had a chat with Mother Pearl, team captain of the PERLAS Spikers, Jem Ferrer, who told me that they will be focusing on their defense in tonight's game against PLDT. And dahil nakapag back-to-back games sila last week, nakapag-adjust sila ng mga patterns for a more strategic gameplay. And also as team captain, sinabihan niya ang kanyang mga Spikers na huwag magsawang pumalo dahil malakas ang depensa ng PLDT. And for the rest of the season, Jem pins this as a reminder that the PERLAS Spikers may be down, but they are still not yet out, and ensuring that they will make their sacrifices worth it. Let's see how they take the PLDT home fiber power hitters in this match.
We are back here, and thank you so much, Ai, for that report. Mother Pearl nga, sabi
Mother
nga.
of Pearl.
Mother Pearl, Jem Ferrer. And definitely agree, they're not out yet. But the next few games for them, including this one, very crucial if they want to, you know, still be part of that chase for the semifinals.
Yeah, you know, for as long as they're focused on their end goal, which is to get to the Final Four, they have really got to make these changes. And they're looking good today.
Yes, they look energized.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. They look very energized and ready to play. As we get back to this game, and that is a service ace for De Maculangan, the ate of the PLDT home fiber power hitters.
Uncharacteristic reception error there. Tang Ponce is actually #1, I think, in receiving and digging. So it's a good sign if you're a PLDT fan.
Well, there you go. Better receive there. Chami will try. They will send it to the other side. Great effort by the PERLAS Spikers. Too much spice for PLDT though.
Yeah, Chin Basas, we talked about her also. She's playing well now. She's stepping up.
And before that, Noreen, this spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan. That was Chin Basas, former FEU Lady Tamaral.
Yeah. I mean, we know how she played in college and during her stint with FEU. Then I think she rested for a while, but now she's back and she's practically in fine form.
But this time, Isa Molde, also straight from college, UAAP,
Yeah.
former Lady Maroon, making some noise here in our set #1. Beautiful attack from Molde.
Yeah, she's also one player I feel that blossomed in the professional league because you said it, right out of college.
Yes.
And now she's playing well. I mean, she never led UP to any championship, but look at where she is right now.
It's going to be an exciting, you know, first year for all our players who just got out of college or decided to forego their last playing year. Again, Isa Molde.
Yep, on cue. But what about that save by Jarel Singh?
And she can do anything now, Jarel Singh. One of the more hardworking players here for PLDT.
Yep.
As Coach Ray will call a timeout for the PERLAS Spikers. They are down by 3 points against PLDT.
Kasi pag nabino ka, dalawa ka agad dito kayo. Papatay ka kay Joe, uluin mo, timing. Tapos may backup ka dito. Kasi single block sa Joe, kailangan mo palagi mabilis. Okay, sarado yung bangka.
There you have it. Much needed timeout for the PERLAS Spikers trying to regroup. They are down by 3 points against PLDT. For those who just tuned in, this is Billy Capistrano with Noreen Go, Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. And we got Shola Alvarez coming in for PLDT, former NCAA MVP as well. And Rhea de Macolangan will serve for the home Fibr Power hitters. Attack points right now, 7 for PLDT, 3 for PERLAS.
Yeah, that's a surprising substitution, and I have a feeling there's something going on with Isa Molde because she was playing well, and they look like, you know, they're actually on top by 2. But that substitution, well, let's see.
And she did have 2 straight points before getting subbed out. So let's see what is happening here. But for the meantime, let's get back to this game. And that sails outside.
That was close.
For Chin Basas. Much to the delight of the PERLAS Spikers with a cheer after that call.
But that was really close. Good serve.
Great blocking by PERLAS.
Oh, good save.
Ball still alive.
Yep.
Great defense. And that goes off the hands of Nicole Chamzon. Puntos para sa PLDT, who are now in the lead. 12-10.
So you like what Rhea de Macolangan's doing, activating the middle blockers, getting in play. So there's an element of surprise also. They can do combination plays. They can go to their usual wing hitters.
Rhea de Macolangan, one of the more veteran players here in our game today. And that is an error called on Sue Roses.
Yeah, I think the timing wasn't there because it was too close to Jem Ferrer.
Oh, there we see Alvarez on the floor with her teammates surrounding her.
Oh, and she's not moving her left leg.
Still trying to figure out what went wrong, but we'll probably see their PT come help her out, and she will be escorted off the playing court. Teammates, of course, look very worried. We never want anything like this to happen to any of the players.
Well, she's walking, so it's probably the ankle. If it were a knee problem, she'd be.
She would not.
Yeah.
She would still be on the floor, so that's a good thing, good sign. But nevertheless, very unfortunate.
Oh, ow, ow.
There she is.
Yeah.
So what do you think happened there, Noreen?
She stepped on, I think, who's that? Gabarda?
A teammate.
Yeah.
A teammate of hers.
Yeah.
Right.
She stepped on her teammate.
So we'll try to find out more details. Hopefully Ai can fill us in on what happened. But, you know, hopefully she's okay. Let's get back to this game. I'm sure that her teammates would wanna win this set for her.
Right. Yeah, but at least, you know, like you said, you don't want to see these injuries, but at least it's not a knee problem.
Yes.
The ankle heals faster, so.
And she was, you know, able to walk.
Yeah.
And put weight on her foot, and that's very important. Anyway, back to this game. Chin Basas, siya naman ang nag-iingay dito sa game na ito. Last game, it was Jarrell Singh. You know, they're just taking turns shining for their team. As we keep mentioning, you know, these girls are very, very young. It's such a great opportunity for them to play in the pro leagues, I think. And they're just here to have fun.
That's
here to
true.
end the conference on a strong note and maybe, you know, carry it over in the next conference.
And spoil the party of some other teams. They have, I think, 4 more games.
Maybe like the PERLAS Spikers.
Yeah, like
we never
PERLAS.
know. Here comes Molde from the back. Wow. Tang Ponce.
Oh!
And that's what we want to see from Nicole Chamzon. And that's what we've been missing from Chami, who only had 2 points against Petrogas.
If you look at that kill, it's crazy that, we mentioned it. She only scored 2 points. I mean, come on.
And they love that. Jem Ferrer loved that as well. And they needed that, but PLDT, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a very interesting game for our viewers right now. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, you can see Rhea de Maculangan setting really well today, distributing the ball, and you can see her spikers are more confident in going up for those kills.
And that was Yeye Gabarda, one of their middles. And that is definitely a momentum breaker, and Coach Roger knows that. Service error for PLDT.
It looks could kill.
Wala na lang nagawa si Coach Roger doon.
Oh, Mr. Steve.
Cherry Nunag also, we missed her as well in that previous game. A former Petrogas Angel.
And we did, for the fans of the PVL, we did watch a lot of Cherry Nunag, and you know what she can do.
Yes.
She really has to step up in the absence also of Cathy Bersola. She has to be the lead middle blocker.
And as you were saying that the defense of PLDT was impeccable in that play, but right on cue again, I think she heard you, Noreen, Cherry Nunag, showing everybody, why she is an asset to any team that she joins.
That's why it's also important for PERLAS to have better first ball so that, you can take advantage of Cherry Nunag when she's in front.
We are now tied at 15 all here in set number 1. Jorel Singh will try, but she is blocked. Here's a free ball given to the PERLAS Spikers. They go back to Cherry Nunag.
Why not?
And again,
Why not?
these PERLAS Spikers looking so much better here in this game. They are leading now by 1 point, 16-15 as we go to our second technical timeout.
Usap na lang yung wing. Okay na doon, wala natin problema doon. Tuloy lang yung doon. Dito lang. So nangyayari yan kadalasan kapag yung spiker natin dalawa. Pagka nag-running ito, nandito na. Okay? So pwede pumatay doon, pagka nagdalawa doon, ito pwede sa mga. Kailangan lang mag-usap. Kailangan lang mag-usap.
Back here in the PVL Open Conference, Billy Capistrano with Noreen Go. This is a PLDT Home Fiber Hitters going up against the PERLAS Spikers. And as you can see on your screens, Cherry Nunag enjoying this game. She had 2 straight points for the PERLAS Spikers, looking much more alive than their previous game. Much to the delight of all the PERLAS Spikers fans.
Yeah, totally agree. They're playing so much better today.
And here come the PLDT Home Fiber Hitters. Yeye Gabarda also stepping up for PLDT.
Well, she has to be, she's one of the taller players of this squad, so she has to really step up every time they go to her. Rhea de Maculangan will obviously give opportunity to all the other players, but, Gabarda's got to make a name for herself.
A good serve. Jem Ferrer with that move. Jorel Singh, but that sails outside.
Just a bit, more top spin to that hit.
17 serving 16, 1 point lead ang PERLAS Spikers as Chami will serve.
Good serve.
De Maculangan will go to Santa Rita.
Boy, everyone is contributing for PLDT.
And maybe that's the magic of playing without any pressure. Just having fun and enjoying that time on the court.
Yeah, I told you, it's risky to play against a team that has nothing to lose.
Definitely, and Jorel Singh with that service ace. 3 points for her in this game. They're definitely challenging the PERLAS Spikers here.
Exactly, targeting Suros is there, who's actually a pretty decent receiver.
Yes. Back set to Nunag. Finally, they break that silence.
Yeah, and they look more comfortable. Nunag and Jem Ferrer, you know, that connection, they look more comfortable today.
We are now at 18 apiece for the PLDT home fiber hitters and the PERLAS spikers.
Oh,
Straight to the net for Nunag.
if she could have that back.
We got a pretty close set number 1.
They're really evenly matched here, so I think this is going to go the distance, Billy.
And both teams look very comfortable at this point. That blocking for PLDT.
I think she buried that into the net.
And that is an error for Maraguinot. Let's take a look at that. Yes.
Yeah.
Straight to the net for Joe Maraguinot, who has been pretty silent also in their previous games, Noreen.
Yeah, they're looking to her to play a more consistent type of game.
The PERLAS spikers again will call a timeout. They are down by 2 points, 20 to 18. We got Tang Ponce, Nicole Chamzon, and for the fans of Tang Ponce, we all know what a character she is and what energy she brings to any team. She was a former Lady Falcon. We got Eliza Eroa as well, who has been under Coach Rogers since her collegiate days.
She's obviously one of the babies of the team, but she's playing well for PLDT.
Yes, definitely. Great dig. And that was Chinchin Basas again for the PLDT home fiber power hitters.
Yeah, finding that hole there, but you can see the defensive formation of PERLAS struggling there to adjust, and Chinchin Basas just gets that point.
And a substitution for the PERLAS spikers. They will have Heather Ginoo join her teammates on the court.
Yeah, that's what you do when you're out of timeouts. You make some substitutions.
They're mixing it up here in set number 1. They go to Molde. And Isa Molde is fired up.
Yeah. You can sense PLDT now is stepping on the gas here at the end of the first set.
And we were talking about Michelle Morente in that timeout. And she joins her teammates on the court. We want to see more of her, definitely.
Yeah.
We all know how good she is.
Agree. But, you know, now that she's getting playing time, you want her to perform.
And we're going to go to Ai Tensai real quick for a report. Go ahead, Ai.
According to their management, outside hitter Shola Alvarez of the PLDT home fiber power hitters bumped into her teammate and is now sitting out in the game given a minor sprain. She will rest until she fully recovers, even until the third set. Let's go back to the continued PVL action with the PERLAS spikers and the PLDT home fiber power hitters.
Thank you so much for that update, Ai. We're all very concerned, but Shola, minor sprain. Again, no injury. You know, we never want any injuries here, but fortunately, it's a minor sprain.
Yeah, so they need to ice it and elevate it. You know, the rice method. So hopefully she can play some more games.
Hoping for her quick recovery, of course. As we get back to this game, PLDT at 23, PERLAS spikers trailing by 3 points. Let's take a look at that sequence. Tinaas ni Ponce to Heather Ginoo. No one there for the home fiber power hitters.
Right at the heart of PLDT's defense. Mad scramble there.
We got a rally here. Free ball here for the PERLAS spikers. Who do they go to? They go to Sue Roses.
Oh, good save.
Isa Molde.
Oh! Lucky break for PERLAS. That was a net violation by Basas.
Unfortunately, wait, let's take a look at that again. Yes, there you have it. Her fingers grazed the top of the net. And thankfully for the PERLAS Spikers, that's a point for them. And Coach Roger this time will call a timeout because he is feeling that the PERLAS Spikers, they're trying to keep up, trying to regain that momentum from the PLDT home fiber power hitters. On your screens, Jarrell Singh, the youngins of this game. We got Heather Ginoo as well. And Ellie Soyod will make an appearance here in this game as well.
Yeah, she's one player. I think it was the first game. She played really well. And I was like, again, consistency is the problem. But you expect more from Ellie Soyod. Oh, good dig.
Ellie will try. First try is no good. They go to Molde, powers it through.
Good effort by Ponce.
Yeah, every time I see Ponce, every single time, nakakatuwa lang talaga siyang panoorin. I mean, she's very good, but she's also very animated.
Yeah.
And even especially in person, if you see her before the game, she'll be dancing around and just having a good time with her teammates.
It's a joy to watch.
Definitely a joy to watch as we get back to the action right here. PLDT now at set point. They go to Sue Roses. That will be a point for PERLAS.
Yeah, they call a net violation again on PLDT.
I'm trying to ask what happened there. The referee calls net touch.
And again, the players will never admit.
But it's there. It
It's
happened.
there, yeah.
Oh, wow. Great defense by PLDT.
Good save.
They go to Morente. And she is blocked. The PLDT home fiber power hitters, Noreen, they take set number 1 from the PERLAS Spikers. Again, this is a very crucial game for the PERLAS Spikers. They gotta win all their succeeding games to be able to reach the semifinals. The PVL Open Conference will be right back. Back here in the PVL Open Conference, and there you have it. Set number 1 goes to the PLDT home fiber power hitters. This young team, they got nothing to lose, Noreen, and they really showed up in that set.
Yeah, we talked about both teams being evenly matched, and we can see the level of the rallies, the plays. But it was actually PLDT. I will give credit to Rhea de Maculangan for really distributing the ball, getting everyone involved. Basa, Smolde, Singh, even Gabard. Everyone stepping up to the plate, knowing that, we have nothing to do, so just give it our all. And they prevailed there in the first set. They really just wanted to win, obviously.
But how about the PERLAS Spikers? What can you say about this team? What was missing in that set number 1?
I feel that they actually relied too much on Nunag, who is playing well. So we take a look at the numbers first. 15 as compared to 12 attacks. It's pretty close. Blocks by 1, service aces. PLDT served better. Unforced errors. See, it's really even. The attacking, because of very well ball distribution, that's the key in how PLDT beat PERLAS in that first set.
So we will see, what set number 2 will, offer us, or what they can bring to the table, talking about the PERLAS Spikers, because they need this second set as well. But, we've been mentioning it, para nang sirang plaka, but the PLDT power hitters, they are just enjoying the game, and they just want to have fun, and they might be able to spoil things for the PERLAS Spikers here in this tournament if they overcome the challenges in the coming sets?
Well, let's talk about first the leading scorers. Molde with 5, Singh with 3. We talked about them earlier. And Nunag with 7 and Roses with 3. And going back to that point, they relied too much on Nunag. Once Nunag went to the back, that's where they started to struggle. So, the other players, when Nunag's at the back, you have to step up. You have to make sure offense flows for PERLAS. Forget about the first set. You're still there with your goal. You want to get to the Final Four. You have to win this game. So you have to win this set.
So everybody has to know their roles as well, and they can't just rely on one single player. Yung opposite naman nangyari dito sa PLDT because everybody was involved.
Yeah.
And again, great ball distribution, playmaking skills by Rhea de Maculangan, seasoned setter for PLDT.
And she's making her teammates feel, I said earlier, comfortable with her set. So, if you're comfortable, you're more confident with your attacks.
So here we have it. We got set number 2 underway. Jem Ferrer, that is great blocking by Gabarda. Free ball for PLDT.
Still alive.
That's Ginoo from the back. They go to Molde.
Oh, good dig.
This is Tempiatura this time in lieu of Tang Ponce. Great save by Chami with one hand.
What a save.
Nakatalikod pa ata.
Yeah.
They'll try. Sue Roses. This is a good rally we have over here.
Oh.
And that was ended by Chin Chin Basas for PLDT.
Yeah, one of the better long rallies so
Quality
far.
rally talaga.
In this match. And Chin Basas playing well, like we said. Gets it off the blockers.
Joy Santa Rita on your screens, 2 points off 2 attacks.
Told you, everyone's contributing for PLDT.
Great ball distribution for PLDT. And Sue Roses, the veteran, trying to keep PERLAS afloat here in our game.
Yeah, they'll take it. It's not the most powerful of hits with the help of the net, but they'll take it.
So other players really need to step up here for PERLAS and not, just the veterans of the team.
That's true.
They go to Basas. That is way off. And it will go to PERLAS.
Yeah, that split second delay. I always say she's overthinking what she's going to do, and that caused the error, actually. Oh!
And that was Isa Molde out of nowhere. Just attacking.
I really wonder why Coach Rogers
subbed in the first set. And this spike of the set is brought to you by none other than Duncan, care of Isa Molde. Also a fan favorite here for PLDT. De Maculangan will go to Basas. And Chin Basas this time. Sabi niya, ako naman.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys what I got. Let's take a look at that sequence again. Back set De Maculangan. Soaring and flying. Too much heat for the PERLAS Spikers. Couldn't handle that.
Yeah, this is actually a very strong front row for PLDT, so you want to take advantage.
And you're right, Noreen. They really do seem so much more confident talking about the PLDT team.
It's really a big thing if there's no pressure anymore.
Parang very light yung feeling sa koponan nila as opposed to the PERLAS Spikers here in our second set. Let's take a look at that again.
Yeah, but what about the blocking of Gabarda? She's providing that for PLDT, but you can see that slow-mo miscommunication for PERLAS. They have to talk it out. Oh, good save. Good save.
Again, everything working for PLDT here. Even that defense. Back set to Sue Roses. Great dig. They go to Singh. Great effort by Tang Ponce, but Jarrell Singh also wants to join the scoring party for PLDT.
Yeah, but you love the aggressiveness of PLDT, keeping each ball alive and ending with a Singh kill. So things looking good for PLDT. Now for PERLAS, You have to regroup. Your first ball has to be on point, and they have to communicate. It's very important.
And that libero, it's Jelly Temperatura, sorry, for Tang Ponce. But at any rate, here the PLDT home fiber power hitters 6-2. And PERLAS will call a timeout. They are down by 4 points here in our second set. Much needed timeout here for the PERLAS Spikers. Let's take a look at what happened there again.
Wow.
Very close. Very, very close for Isa Molde.
But that's a perfect serve. I mean, it's
Finding
so
the corner,
hard,
yes.
yeah.
Finding the corner.
Corner pocket.
Effortless for Isa Molde. Her team is in the lead right now. 6-2. The Makulangan will go to Singh, powering it through. They go to Chami, also challenging the blocker. That was Basas.
The dig.
Temperatura puts it up, goes to Sue Roses.
Going down the line there, challenging the smaller blocker. But you know, when you look at PLDT and you look at PERLAS, a lot of stories there. Former teammates, now rivals. So you have Molde and Jamzon. Then the FEU.
The FEU girls,
the
yes.
FEU girls.
FEU girls
They're
are also
split.
there.
They're split.
You have Tang Ponce and Ellie Soyud for Adamson
Yeah.
also.
So a lot of sub-stories.
Oh, they're gonna have a good chat after this game. For sure. You got excellent digs. 32 for both our teams as Jarrell Singh sends it to the other side. They go to Chami this time, and Nicole Chamzon right in the middle.
But that was just a terrific set by Jem Ferrer. No blockers. Blockers were slow to react. Look at this. Look at that.
And this spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan. That was Nicole Chamzon from Jem Ferrer.
Yeah.
Veteran setter for the PERLAS Spikers. These two girls have been together for quite some time, so the familiarity is definitely there. On the other hand, Chin Chin Basas continues to make magic for PLDT.
Yeah, the blockers were there, but too powerful for the blockers. You know, Chin Chin Basas, if she continues to play like this, can you imagine in the future conferences? She's going to be a name that we will be constantly
saying and mentioning. You know,
Yeah.
the ceiling is sky high for our young players here. Chin Chin Basas, Isa Molde,
Yeah.
Gabarda even.
Yeah, can you imagine Gabarda with more training, you know, weight training, get some
To get
meat,
stronger.
some muscles in there.
But Nicole Chanzon also powering through this set for her team. Here comes Jarrell Singh. She is denied, but that is outside goes to the PERLAS Spikers. Sorry, PLDT, home fiber power hitters, and they are leading by 3 points as we go to our technical timeout number 1. We're back here at the PVL, Billy Capistrano with Noreen Go. You got Chin Chin Basas here for PLDT. Nicole Chamzon naman para sa PERLAS Spikers. Chami also performing much better in this game.
I think it's important for Jem Ferrer to go more to her because she is playing well, so they need her numbers.
We are now here in set number 2. Jem Ferrer to Ginoo, challenging the blockers. The Makulangan, that was Santa Rita.
Yeah.
And again, Rhea de Makulangan getting everybody involved in the scoring. Let's take a look at that again.
What a great set there. Look at that reaction. No, I think for Rhea, I'm sure coming into PLDT being the veteran setter, she knew her goal, what her goal was. And, you know, maybe you're not in the Final Four this conference, but your goal is actually to develop these players into, you know, how they're playing today.
Very ate talaga si Rhea de Makulangan in the team.
Yeah.
And for sure with her years of experience, Serene, she wants to help the younger ones as well.
I'm sure that's why Coach Roger got her, fought for her.
And I'm pretty sure she's had people like that, you know, as well, who did that to her during her younger days.
Yeah.
And we see Karandang enter the court for the PERLAS Spikers.
Yeah, another powerful hitter there. So PERLAS hoping that, you know, with her in there, there's more firepower if she gets to the front.
Speaking of firepower, Jarrell Singh, however, that was great blocking for PERLAS.
Yeah, not the tallest of front line for PERLAS, you can see, but that was Jem Ferrer. You're right, that's Jem Ferrer. Crazy, but they get that block. No, Jem Ferrer showing her teammates. This is how you block, guys, and I'm the shortest in the
Siyempre si
lineup.
Mother Pearl.
No, si
Mother Pearl's
Mother
present
Pearl.
for PERLAS. Jem Ferrer.
We're gonna remember that, Mother Pearl.
And that will be a point for the PERLAS Spikers. Straight to the net for Basas.
Yeah, if you're PLDT, you built yourself a momentum right now. You don't want to commit these errors because PERLAS needs to win this match. You know that.
PLDT now up by just 1 point in our set number 2. Well, valiant effort for the PERLAS Spikers, trying to save that ball.
Yeah, Sue Rosas was there, just didn't time it right for the pancake dig.
Ten serving 8. Jarrell Singh will serve straight to the net for Jarrell. That is a service error. Lucky break for the PERLAS Spikers, Noreen.
Indeed, but now they have to take advantage of these errors being committed by PLDT. You know, they, like we said, they have to forget about the first set and focus on the second set because, again, they have to win this match.
They gotta capitalize on the errors of PLDT. But Isa Molde will try to further that lead. A great save by Singh on that play.
Yeah, they get that point, much needed for PLDT.
11 serving 9.
So this means it's a full front row for PLDT.
Chami from the back with the top of the net.
Yeah, they call a double there. Good effort though.
Let's take a look at
there.
There it is.
Like pinball.
Error for Santa Rita. 1 point na lang ang lamang ng PLDT kontra PERLAS Spikers. Things are getting pretty exciting here in our set number 2. Great blocking.
Yeah, better defense for PERLAS. Oh, good save.
And that was Heather Ginoo for the PERLAS Spikers. Again, another rally.
Still alive.
Both teams want this point. You can clearly see it.
Yeah.
Temperatura sliding, getting that one. They go to Nicole Chamson. And Chami said, I got this.
I'm going to score more than 2 points, that's for sure.
And look at that. Defense by Temperatura. Jem Ferrer will go to Chami again. And you were right. You know, she definitely needs to go to Nicole Chamson more. And that's exactly what she did.
Yeah. And look at that reaction. Look at her eyes. Look how focused Nicole is.
Little joust at the net. Ball with PLDT. That was Junjun Basas. Unfortunately for Jem Ferrer, walang sumalo from her team.
Yeah, that's just a smart tip there.
Let's take a look at that. And hesitation for Ginoo and Tempiatura.
Again, communication is key. Especially in a very close match like this.
1 point lead for PLDT. They will send it over. Free ball.
Oh, still alive. Good save.
Again, another good save from Perlas. De Makulangan. They will chase that ball, and Chami again will give that free ball to PLDT. And you can hear that from the side of PLDT, Isa Molde, but unfortunately that sails outside for Chinbasas. But the aggressiveness is there.
Yeah.
The aggressiveness is there, and you know, they really want to win. They really want their first win today, and we can all see that.
Yeah, but the rally is like a combination of mad scrambles over there. And
It's an organized mess.
It's an organized, yes, exactly.
An organized mess for both our teams, as Yaya Gabarda will get that point for PLDT.
Good reception there, which results in this Gabarda kill. And you like a reaction. Again, you like how aggressive they are and how into the game they are today.
And there is a sense of urgency for both teams, and that's
Yeah.
what we want to see. 14 excellent receptions for both our squads. De Makulangan will set it over to Singh.
Finds the line. But you can see, for PLDT, you can hear them actually shouting, talking. So that's why they're playing well, because everyone is, they're playing as a team. Communication is there, teamwork is there.
Again, everybody wants to be part of the fun.
Yeah.
Isa Molde, 8 points now. They go to Basas. Chin Basas. Again,
She
showing
woke
up. She woke up on the very good side of the bed.
Yeah, the right
Very
side.
right, good, amazing side of the bed today.
Her favorite side.
She is alive and kicking here in this game.
Oh!
But so is Isa Molde.
Another ace for Isa Molde.
PLDT playing so well here in our second set, and they will lead 16-12 as we go to our second technical timeout. Back here in the PVL Open Conference, we got Aiko Ordaz of PLDT. A while ago, we saw Jel Cayuna, setter for Perlas. 16-12 is our score with PLDT in the lead. Here comes Jarrell Singh, make that 17-12. And things na rin going right here for this young team.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Coach Roger found the right six.
The magic six
The
for
magic
them.
six, it's clicking. He's feeling good, they're feeling good. So now, Perlas, it's up to Perlas to make the necessary adjustments. They're obviously, you mentioned earlier, they're struggling to find that system, that right six, that chemistry.
So we'll take a look and see what else happens here in our second set. But now, The PERLAS Spikers are down by just 4 points. I was going to say 5, but thanks to Nicole Chamzon, she trimmed the lead down to 4.
Yeah.
Again, Jem Ferrer, Nicole Chamzon, that connection is definitely there.
Yeah, bright spot there for PERLAS. Nicole Tiamzon playing big and refusing to go down easily here in the second set.
She has been a mainstay for the PERLAS Spikers for the last couple of years. But again, the PLDT home fiber power hitters just answering back to every single point that PERLAS comes up with.
Yes, and that is why they're up by 5 points. You know, point for point, they're actually fighting toe-to-toe with PERLAS, and they're actually on top. They're winning.
And Coach Ray senses that there is a need for some substitutions. Will bring in Jel Cayuna and Doromal.
Yeah, hoping that for PERLAS, hoping that combination will click, because you're down by 5. You need to mount some sort of a rally here. Ooh.
Again, attack error this time for Nicole Chamzon.
And you hate that. I mean, especially if you bring in a new setter and then the attacker commits a mistake. Is it the setter's fault? Because she's off the bench?
Walang buena mano for the
Yeah.
setter.
Exactly.
PERLAS will call a timeout. They are 6 points down against the PLDT home fiber power hitters here in our second set for those who just tuned in.
Kasi nakita na nila, hindi na nagda-drop ball. Kanina nagda-drop ball sila kasi in-expect nila pattern yung kaya. Okay, ipakita natin yung ginagawa natin. Pero pag contact,
Back here in the PVL Open Conference, we got Chinchin Basas serving for PLDT. Good serve.
Yeah.
There you go. Just what the PERLAS Spikers needed. Cherry Nunag is present here in our second set.
Yeah, they'll take that. Again, we said it in the first set. When Cherry Nunag's in front and you go to her, she normally scores, so take advantage right now.
Nicole Chamzon with 6 points, you can see on your screens. And two teammates bumping into each other. That is Rhea de Mocolangan, who didn't see Chin Basas.
Good save
Good
there.
save by Tang Ponce. She is back.
Ooh, that was close.
Fortunately for Rhea, she was able to have her hand on the floor, so
Yeah.
hindi siya nalaglag talaga. But anyway, for PERLAS, we can see Nicole Chamzon, 3 excellent digs for her. Her squad is down by 5 points.
And that service error will not help their cause whatsoever.
And the mood has completely, changed on the side of the PERLAS Spikers, Noreen.
Yeah, and we mentioned it in the first set. They look like, their aura's better. They're struggling with that. And now seems like they're going down. They're going down that road again.
Ang bilis ng pag-shift ng energy for the PERLAS Spikers. Let's take a look at what happened there. Great play by Rhea de Mocolangan.
She wanted that point. She tried earlier, was not successful, but
So try it again.
try it again.
And this time it is a yes. They will go to Ginoo. Again, another point for PLDT.
Yeah, if you're PERLAS, I feel right now they're trying too hard. They're too stiff. Like Heather Ginoo, we know her to be a potent spiker, and then she hits it into the net. They have to relax. Forget about the importance of this game. Just play this set out.
Just do what you gotta do
Yeah.
and enjoy the game. On your screens, you saw Doromal. But they want her to be that spark plug again. But Cherry Nunag will try to keep the PERLAS Spikers, afloat. Kung si Sue Rosas ang gumagawa nun usually, this time, Nunag wants to take part of that.
As you were saying that, I wanted to comment on another collision on the side of PLDT.
Daming nangyayari sa game na to.
They're gonna bring out a lot of ice later after the game.
Jarrell. Again, another attack error. So we're seeing a lot of attack errors here in our game. This one from Jarrell Singh.
Yeah, her follow through. Her arms were too low, really. So you knew already the moment she touched the ball.
And Nunag with 10 points here in our game. She will serve 17, serving 22.
Better service.
Basas. Nunag will go to Chamzon from the back row.
Ooh.
And again, attack error.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if they call a timeout. You don't want to give life to PERLAS.
So here come the PERLAS Spikers. Another attack error, this time for Santa Rita of PLDT. Score now 18-22. PLDT still with that lead. Coach Roger sensing, that the PERLAS Spikers want to take over this second set, calls a timeout. Tries to pacify things, keep everyone in check. The last thing you want is for PLDT Noreen to get rattled.
Yeah, and then, these unforced errors really, you don't want to see that. You want them to end this set properly. Oh, good save.
That was Alyssa Eroa. Again, another attack error for PLDT. Those errors are starting to pile up, not just for PLDT, but for PERLAS as well, for both our teams.
Yeah, that reaction says it all.
Oh, we see Aiko Ordas making an appearance here for PLDT.
Hoping that her presence will change the fate because PERLAS is just 3 points down.
And off the bench. Off the bench, Aiko Ordas. And isa pa to isang bata ni Coach Roger. Si Aiko Ordas. NU, from NU naman. And she's been with him for a long time. And we all know what she's capable of.
But what a substitution. Instant offense. But you gotta give credit once again to Rhea de Maculangan, knowing exactly how to set to her.
De Maculangan. Good defense. They go to Ginoo. Chami again from the back.
Good dig.
They send it over to Isa Molde. We got another rally.
Oh!
And that is a point for PERLAS.
Yeah, off the blockers. They call it check ball.
Let's take a look at that. Yes, clear as day.
Yeah, Rhea de Maculangan had a finger on that ball.
Grazing the fingers of Rhea de Maculangan. Sue Rosses enters again, hoping to provide stability for the PERLAS Spikers. Here comes Jem Ferrer now with 11 excellent sets. Molde.
Okay, still alive.
Free ball. Great play by Rhea de Maculangan with a 1-2 play.
He doesn't want to set it anymore. I want to end this.
Let me do this.
I'm going to get this point.
I got this in the bag, and yes, she did. And look at that smile. Confident as ever. Here comes Ellie Soyud again. We are now at set point, PLDT.
Yeah, so a full front row for PLDT. Elisoyud providing height at the net.
And Isa Molde just ending this set number 2 in favor of the PLDT home Fibr power hitters. Don't look now, but they might be able to clinch their first win of the tournament here. We will be right back. This is a PVL. Back here in the PVL Open Conference, this is a game between PLDT and the PERLAS Spikers, and set number 2 went again to the young team, PLDT home Fibr power hitters. Noreen, what can you say about that set, and what can you say about that energy that this young team is bringing to the table?
Obviously infectious. And then the whole team just feeling it. Like we said earlier, they're playing without pressure. They're enjoying themselves. Rhea de Macalangan, just masterful really, the way she's distributing the ball. So all the players, all her spikers are confident. But also we have to mention, what about defense? Defense also working for them. So same story as the first set. They seem like the more focused team coming into this match. But PERLAS, again, they have to settle down. That these are good players as well. They just need to find form. Look at the attacks. 19 as compared to 11. 90 attacks. You think that that's a team that hasn't won in this tournament? The blocks, the service, unforced errors by 4. But I think the main story really is the attackers are confident for PLDT, and they're just hitting. Everyone's contributing. Now let's talk about PERLAS. That's the more important thing, because they're down now by 2 and they have to win this match. They really have to talk it out. They're experienced team. They have to talk it out and play together as one team.
So we really gotta commend Rhea de Macalangan for being such a great maestro for the PLDT home Fibr power hitters, getting everybody involved, getting everyone confident. And it's just an amazing thing to see from this veteran setter. And you know that she really cares about these young ones. We got Ellie Soyod here of PLDT. But for the PERLAS Spikers, they need this set more than anything. They need to win this because, they want to make it to the semifinals. And we all know that it's been a bumpy road for the PERLAS Spikers.
Agree.
They need to redeem themselves here in set number 3 if they want to stay afloat here.
Well, talking about redemption, Tiamzon, 6 points already, in terms of performance. In terms of the 2-point performance in the previous game. Nunag with 10 for PLDT. Molde playing well with 10 and Basas with 9.
And you're talking about Ellie Soyod, right? You're talking about Ellie Soyod. I was asking you, sino pa ba sa PLDT yung walang puntos? Ayan na nga, si Ellie Soyod got her first point.
She heard you. Ito na,
I'm here.
Getting my point.
Again, this is set number 3. For those who are just watching right now, the PLDT home Fibr power hitters are leading 2-0 against the PERLAS Spikers, who are in a very dangerous position right now. Jarrell Singh.
Oh.
And off the bat, Noreen, PLDT coming off, that little break, just so energized and full of life. If you are a fan of these girls, you must be so happy right now.
That's true. I mean, they're just a joy to watch. Everyone, for that matter, everyone's contributing. So that's why they're playing well. Look at the score. It's 2-2-0-0.
We gotta see something from PERLAS here. They gotta get things going. That was Sue Roses, and we have Temperatura also here.
But we were talking about a spark plug. PERLAS needing a catalyst right now. Morente.
That we were saying that she can be that spark plug because of her energy, because of that spirit that she brings on the court. But that is a rotational error called on PLDT. And the girls cannot believe it, but the call stays and the point will go to PERLAS.
They're trying to plead their case, but
no go.
Yep.
Sorry, maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
And the point will go to the PERLAS Spikers. Again, we were talking about Michelle Morente, who can be, that spark plug off the bench for the PERLAS Spikers.
Yeah, someone vocal for PERLAS.
Right on cue. And that's what we want to see from them. We were talking about that quick energy shift. In that first set, PERLAS, they were looking happy, they were looking good. Come the second set, things were going south for them. But Michelle Morente trying to make them feel alive again in the third set.
Yeah, for the fans, so you're hoping that, she can actually be infectious for PERLAS. As I said earlier, for PLDT, the energy is there. Morente has got to be that one, that person who will lift her team.
And this spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan. That was Jarrell Singh of PLDT using that arm power that she's very proud of.
And not to mention her high volleyball IQ.
Yes, but court sense, sabi niya, court sense. Now, Sue Roses ties this game, 3 points apiece.
Yeah, this is a pretty sight. Look at that. Sue Roses of old.
It's signature move.
Yeah.
A signature move from Sue Roses.
Because during her younger days, she did play the center. She was a middle blocker. So we saw a lot of running hits from her.
From the UE, Lady Red Warriors. She was the Rookie of the Year in season 72.
Yeah.
Jarrell Singh serving. They go to Morente. De Maculangan to Basas. Sorry, that's Eli Soyud. Morente again. They go to Isa Molde.
Wow. Still alive though.
Back to Morente. Another attack error. And she quickly apologizes to her teammates.
But still,
She's trying.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Players will get their errors, but it's what you do after is what's important.
She's definitely gonna bounce back from that. Kayuna will chase it. They go to Isa again. Great save by Tempiatura. Back to Molde.
Another
again,
good dig.
Tempiatura. And you had Morente and Tempiatura just look at each other after that happened.
That's really heads-up play there by Rhea de Maculangan. But we have to give it to both squads in terms of aggressiveness and defense. Smart tip by Rhea. Actually, just keeping that alive.
6-3 is our score with PLDT in the lead. Cherry Nunag, no go. Great save by Jarrell Singh. Kayuna to Morente. Morente again.
Still alive.
Great blocking. Great blocking by the PERLAS Spikers. Just what they needed at this point.
Yeah, Cherry Nuna read that well. We know she's an excellent blocker. Oh, it was actually both of them.
Both of them.
Teaming up for that.
They go to Isa Molde. That will be a point for Molde as we see our total block points. We got 2 for PLDT and 5 for PERLAS. Let's take a look at that replay.
Yeah, smart hit, challenging the smaller blocker in Jel Kayuna. Yeah, why would you hit to Nunag?
7 serving 4. That is too strong. That'll be a service error chance here for PERLAS. They must capitalize on the errors of PLDT.
Yeah, that's adrenaline for you. I'm talking about Rhea de Maculangan.
Exciting naman kasi yung mga... we have a lot of really exciting plays here going on in this game. Eddie Soyud. One more attack error for PLDT.
Yeah, that, when I mentioned I watched her first game, and she was the one who actually impressed me for PLDT, and then later on I'd see her come off the bench. Her problem really, if you talk about Eddie Soyud, is her consistency. It's one thing you want to develop moving forward to future conferences.
Kayuna will go to Ginoo, dropping it. It is good for PERLAS.
Smart tip there. But actually, Eroa was there for that. But Rhea saw it first. Look at this. You can look at that reaction. I'll give way to you, although it wasn't successful. No, she stopped.
And don't look now, Noreen. We are tied 7-all. Morente will serve.
Oh,
those errors haunting PERLAS as we go to our first technical timeout of set number 3.
back here at the PCV Socio Civic and Cultural Center in Bacara, Ilocos Norte. This match, PLDT home fiber against PERLAS Spikers. And yes, PLDT won the first 2 sets too. And they're up here in the third set, 8-7. So if you're PERLAS, again, you have to feel that sense of urgency here in this third set, because you can feel PLDT playing well. Now, what do you have to do right now to counter that? For me, one big thing is to frustrate PLDT. You have to do it in defense. Nunag doing well, but the rest have to follow. Good reception there. Soyud. Roses was there. Oh, Jel Cayuna had the right thing in mind, saw that hole, that opening. But execution was just short. You can see Aroa and Singh trying to push each other not to get that. 9-8, PLDT. Oh, good kill. You know, going down the line, finding that corner there to equalize this match.
And we are again tied at 9-all. As we take a look at that sequence one more time, this spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan from Heather Ginoo.
Finding that space there.
The Makulangan will find Singh. She is blocked. Smart play there. Good save by Cayuna.
Oh.
That is a violation called on Perlas Villarreal with the error.
Yeah, that's a wasted opportunity really for Perlas. Look at that over ball. Yeah, this time. And we know Villarreal, when she was in FEU, that was a free gift. Is a point for Villarreal.
Lucky break for PLDT there, but the luck quickly shifted to the side of the PERLAS Spikers via that service error from Eli Soyud. Another deadlock here, 10-all.
No, but you can sense, you know, for me, Eli Soyud needs to learn how to find that confidence in her game. You know, she's a very talented player, but she has to be comfortable with their talent. So that's one thing you know, if you're a PLDT fan and a Soyud fan, that's one thing you should be excited about moving forward.
You know, she has more years to grow here in the pros. And this game was a good start for that growth, you know, that confidence being given to her by Rhea de Makulangan, as we see one of her teammates, Jorel Singh, again, just powering through, challenging the blockers of the PERLAS Spikers, getting it through.
She's just playing consistent, really. Everyone actually for PLDT.
They just want to end this conference strong.
Yeah.
So that they can carry it over to the next conference. Lots of learnings, you know, charge it to experience for this team. They're very young under Coach Roger Gorayev. I'm sure there is a lot to learn still.
Yeah, a lot more things to do for the program.
So Roses blocked. Cayuna will find Morente. And Michelle Morente gets that point.
Yeah. For PERLAS, you know, for the PERLAS fans and the Morente fans, that's what you want to see, you know? But you want your teammates to respond. She's reacting the way she does, but you want the others to respond to that energy.
You want everyone to be on that same level of hype. Morente will try again. They go to Molde. Isa Molde separates them from PERLAS. 12-11 is our score.
Yeah, Nunag was there, but look at that angle by Molde.
Off the hands of Cherry Nunag.
Good serve.
They go to Sue Roses. Attack error. We've been hearing a lot of seeing and hearing attack errors left and right for both our teams. It does not go over for Sue Roses.
And again, she's done that so many times before. She just mistimed that.
Free ball, but as outside.
Well, those are the things you really don't want to see. I mean, if it's a free ball, give the free ball. You know, just challenge their offense, play defense. You don't want to see those free balls, then they're errors.
Sasayang kasi yung opportunity also. And, you know, we have Doromal entering. Coach Ray hoping that she can also replicate what she did in the last game.
Yeah, they need those numbers badly.
Jarel Singh again will serve. Cayuna to Nunag.
What a set there by Jel Cayuna. Having her own hang time. Look at this. Well, they're in good spirits. You have to give it to Perlas. They're still in good spirits.
They're still in this game. Roma Doromal off the bench.
You mentioned
Service
her.
ace, yes.
You mentioned her.
They need, you know, that spark plug. And she gets an ace.
13, serving 14.
Pretty close third set that we're having right now. Doromal will serve. Isa Mode will try. Ball is kept alive. De Maculangan will go to Santa Rita.
What a set there. You can see totally fooling the blockers. No one there. Nobody home there for Perlas.
De Maculangan reading the defense of Perlas as well. And she has 19 excellent sets here in our game tonight. 15 serving 13.
Better serve.
Morente. They go to Soyud. And that is outside.
Well, again, she's got to shake it off. You know, she's got to shake it off. You know what she can do. Just got to learn, you know, how to place that angle the ball.
Perlas Spikers down by 1 point. Morente serves.
Good serve.
Elisoid will try again. And that will go to the Perlas Spikers.
Yeah, great defense there at the net. I think that was Nunag.
And Elisoid will take a break as Chinchin Basas comes to join her teammates on the court.
Well, it was a good opportunity for Eddie Soyud, but yeah, Basas just playing very well. It's a good time to put her back.
And of course, it's just, you know, for experience then. Just to play here in the pros against very talented players. You're gonna have that experience, definitely. You're always gonna learn from it. As we go to our second technical timeout, the Perlas Spikers are leading now 16-15. Perlas Spikers finally overtake the PLDT home fiber power hitters here in set number 3, 16-15, as Morente will serve.
Oh,
What do you think about those errors, Noreen?
I'm speechless. no, no, I mean, I was just about to say, you know, Perlas looking good. They were down, but they rallied, got the lead, and then the service error. That's going to hurt their cause.
So they gotta keep their composure here in this third set.
Yes.
Try to minimize those errors because PLDT will definitely capitalize on it. But Heather Ginoo, other plans for her, gets that point for her team.
Well, they gotta maintain this. They're ahead. They gotta string a couple of points here.
They gotta come up with good plays in this sequence over here. And right on cue, Chin Chin Basas foils Perlas's plans of extending that lead.
You know, that's what PLDT is doing well in today's match. We mentioned it earlier. They have an answer to any onslaught of Perlas. They always answer. But if you're Perlas, you have to keep pounding.
And good for PLDT because the past couple of games, every time, you know, things would get pretty close, they would get rattled or that energy would start to fizzle out. But here in this game, they are maintaining and sustaining that momentum regardless of what happens on the side of the Perlas Spikers. And here, they are up again by 1 point.
And again, these errors hurting Perlas.
At Coach Ray on your screens a while ago as Isa will serve.
Oh, good save.
Good save by Eroa. Kayuna will go to Ginoo. And you got that connection, that Lady Tamarao connection going on there for Perlas. Let's take a look at that. Eliza Eroa just doing anything for that ball as Heather Ginoo will challenge Chin Chin Basas.
I'm sure in Heather Ginoo's mind, I've done this so many times before.
And those two were teammates also,
Exactly.
Chin Chin Basas and Heather Ginoo. Good showdown over there. Kayuna.
Oh,
unfortunately, free ball here.
what a
And
set.
Chin Chin Basas wanted to get back at Heather Ginoo, and it was her time too.
That's true. That's true.
So we got the girls from FEU making some noise.
And that was against her two former teammates, Ginoo and Villarreal.
Magchat-chat yung tatlong yan mamaya. As we go, Chin Chin Basas service line, 19 serving, 18. Jel Kayuna to Ginoo. Almost. Back to Ginoo.
Oh. She had the right thing in mind. You know, down the line was open, but just too much spin there.
And Perlas, sensing a need for a timeout, will call it. They are down by 2 points. And PLDT inching closer to, you know, possibly closing this game here in this third set. Billy Capistrano with Noreen Go. For those who just tuned in to the match, PLDT going up against Perlas. They are in the lead, 2-0. Eliza Eroa, great, you know, libero here for PLDT. Really just diving and saving, doing anything for that ball. Unfortunately, a service error for Chin Chin Basas. And now, if you're Perlas, would be the perfect time to get back on track.
Yeah. I mean, you have a full front row. You got to take advantage of that. But again, we are witnessing, I was going to say, errors from both teams. And that's going to spell the difference here in the third set.
Right on cue, Noreen, an error for Perlas, unfortunately. And that's definitely, you know, something you don't want, especially at this crucial game and at this crucial point in not only the game but the conference.
Yeah.
Remember, Perlas has to win all their succeeding games. That is too strong for Michelle Morente.
And yet another error on the side of Perlas. Again, for me, they have to settle down. We keep saying that because we know these players individually. They can play, they're scorers, but so far they can't seem to find their form here in this match.
You got Isa Viray on your screens, the other libero for PLDT. So would you say, Noreen, that it's chemistry for the Perlas Spikers? That's the missing link, so to speak.
Yeah, I think they still need more time to gel, but then this is such a short tournament, so it's crash course, so to speak, really in that aspect.
So we're gonna see what'll happen here in the tail end of our third set as Karandang makes another appearance for the Perlas Spikers. She will head on over to the service line. Excellent receptions on your screens. 19 for PLDT, 30 for Perlas.
So you know that floor defense is there.
It's good.
The challenge right now is for them to convert it into points. Oh!
And that is a point for the PLDT home fiber power hitters. Morente will take a seat. Let's take a look at what happened there. An error, or that is off the block for PLDT.
Yeah. No, actually did not cross.
That's not over, rather, for Perlas. Another attack error. And, the amount of attack errors we had in this game, Noreen.
Yeah.
It's very surprising. I mean, it's not just for Perlas, but also for PLDT as well.
Especially, again, we have to say the importance of this match for Perlas. Really, they're 1 and 2. Still have a lot of games, but they have to start winning.
But if you're, an opponent of PLDT in the near future, then you should be very scared of this team.
Yeah.
Again, Noreen mentioned that they have nothing to lose. They just want to spoil the fun for everybody.
Yeah, and they're doing it right now.
Right now for Perlas. Don't look now, PLDT, match point. They are possibly moments away from clinching and getting their first win of the tournament. What are your thoughts on that, Noreen?
Well, 24 to 21. They look well on their way. But, if you're Perlas, really, it's painful because you have one win. You're playing against a team who has yet to win. And it's not yet done, but if you lose this set, then it's over. And you're losing in straight sets. So for me, that's really painful because it's the confidence, a lot of problems obviously in the side of Perlas that they have to fix, and this is not gonna help.
And for PLDT, we have Shola Alvarez. Of course, very proud of her teammates for putting up a good fight here in this game, and they are at match point right now, 24 to 21. You got De Maculangan on the service line.
And they have a full front row, so opportunity really for PLDT.
Kayuna will go to Chami. Tinaas ni Singh. They go to Molde.
Oh!
And she will finish this game and give her team the first win. Their first win here in our PVL Open Conference. A team that has nothing to lose.
Told you it was risky.
Very risky. So, if you are gonna face the PLDT home fiber power hitters in the near future, you better be ready for this team. We're gonna go on a little break. More on this game when we come back. Back here in the Premier Volleyball League Open Conference, and there you have it, the PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters. They just won their first game against the PERLAS Spikers. And a little bit of info for everyone watching, PLDT this whole tournament, Noreen, they just won a total of 3 sets.
So now 6.
6. Straight sets against the PERLAS Spikers. And one person who did wonders for her team. I mean, all of them played really well today, but there was one person who stood out. And, you know, can you tell us, Noreen, who is our top performer here in this game?
She manned the fort, obviously. The back row. You can see Aroa just, you know, set the stage for her teammates. But we gotta mention also Rhea. Beautiful game. Excellent game. I mean, we were actually torn because Rhea played a really good game, but Aroa just, you know, from start to finish, she provided the floor defense needed and necessary for her teammates to step up in terms of offense.
And she did an amazing job on defense. And right now, our top performer, our player of the game, Alyssa Aroa, is with Ayi Tensai. So let's listen in on that, what she has to say.
Alyssa, this is your first ever win today. Kumpara sa inyong mga naunang matches, ano yung nag-iba sa inyong communication at napakarami mong saves today?
Siguro po yung mga past games namin, natuto po kami dahil sa mga pagkatalo po namin. Mas marami po kami in-adjustan ngayong game. Tapos wala na pong mawawala sa amin pag ginawa namin yung lahat.
Yes. Meron ba ka bang message sa mga fans mo na matagal lang hinihintay ang inyong performance ngayon?
Salamat po sa mga naniniwala sa PLDT at di kami iniiwan. Hello din po sa mga pamilya ng PLDT team.
There you have it, Alyssa Aroa of the PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters. See you in tomorrow's game.
Thank you so much, Ai. And of course, our player of the game, Alyssa Aroa. Nakakaiyak naman yung sinabi niya. Thank you na hindi niyo kami iniiwan. And of course, we're just happy that they won this game. Syempre, first win of the season, and they had fun doing so. Anyway, on your screens, we got our games on August 2, 2021. That is tomorrow. Go ahead, Noreen. What can we expect tomorrow?
Well, Mucho obviously haven't lost the game, so we expect them to continue their winning ways, but will be challenged by Army, the veteran team.
And after that, at 6 p.m., we got it's a good game. Signal HD Spikers versus the Creamline Cool Smashers. Rachel Andakis versus Alyssa Valdez. Naku, madaming matutuwa sa laban na yan. But that is it for us today. On behalf of One Sports, our director, Raul De Ocampo, my partner, Noreen Go, our segment host, Aitan Sai, and everybody behind this production. I am Billy Capistrano, thanking all of you for watching this coverage of the Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. See you guys again soon, and have a great night.